Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture X. And today, Mr. Seddon, what have you brought us for our listening delectations?
Um, we've never done her on a channel at all, and I don't think we've ever spoken about her. So it's PJ Harvey with "Let England Shake." And before I ask you what you know of PJ Harvey, if you like, or anything like that, I did notice that again. This is 2011, and I think we seem to have been in our picks, other than the Oak Ridge Boys. Um, we tend to have been floating around this early 2010s. I don't know why. It was by more by luck than judgment. But when I was thinking about, oh yeah, let's listen to some stuff that I know. Yeah, my mind went back to the early 2010s. But yeah, PJ Harvey, what you got for me?
Know the name, probably would know a voice when I hear it, but it
Yeah, I
doesn't.
think you might. Yeah,
It's not one that I've gone, oh, I am a massive fan or I listen to lots of it. It's not something that I've ever gone out of my way to listen to.
I guess I'm more pleased that you didn't go. Yeah, yeah, despise her. Heard some stuff, hated it, because that's never a good start, is it? And strange enough, it kind of comes from it's the actual album titles "Let England Shake" as well, and I don't really know why I bought it, because my only real experience with PJ Harvey beforehand was knowing that my brother had liked her, and it was at a time where I was just like, "Oh, piss off! If my brother likes it, then I'm not interested, thanks." But yeah, something for some reason I picked up the album and just loved it from the first moment I played it, and it is an album I absolutely love. And I thought, well, let's go with the title track from the album, and there's a video as well with a quite nice bit at the beginning that isn't part of the track on the album, but yeah, I guess for me, kind of hope you like it. But as I always go on these ones when we do our own picks, to bollocks you too if you don't, because I do. Right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's do this.
The West asleep, let England shake, weighted down by the silent dead. I fear our blood won't rise again, won't rise again. England's dancing days are done. Another day, Bobby, for you to come home and tell me the difference. I did it.
The West asleep, let England shake, weighted down, the silent dead. I fear our blood will rise again, will rise again. England's dancing days are done. Another day, Bobby, for you to come home and tell me the difference. It's 111. Smile, smile, Bobby, with your lovely mouth. Pack up your troubles and let's head out to the fountain of death. Splash about, swim back, roar, back, and laugh out loud till the day is ending and the birds are silent and the insects are courting by the shores. Heavy stones are falling.
the West asleep, let England shake, weighted down by the silent dead. I for our fear, innit? Not for.
That's funny how it goes, but eh?
Oh, I can't bloody get it right. Right, let's get serious.
I love a bit of old boy trying to say something and then can't hide the English of in it coming out during
I
that.
can't get it bloody right.
Right, in it. Yeah, go, crack on. Like, obviously, I told you I really like it, so I've kind of buried the lead for my side of the story.
It's different. It's very sort of that British indie stuff that's not trying to be sort of pop indie. So sort of not sort of like the Britpop stuff, but also quite Bjorky in just being a little bit difficult and a bit
Yeah,
angular and
that
a,
vocal delivery at certain points of this, yeah, I can totally sort of get that. I can totally get that vibe from it. Yeah,
yeah. I can see why sort of hearing. I've not heard this song before, but hearing her again and going, I can see why I never went. Oh, I need to jump all over this because it doesn't grab me.
yeah,
Part of me would be intrigued to listen to more of it to see if there is something there that I don't get automatically. But yeah, it's one of those of nothing in this makes me go either that's fucking horrible, fuck off, or
yeah,
oh my god, this is fucking amazing. It's just very there on a first listen. Other than as I said, it being, I can see like the structural bits of it and where it sort of it takes bit here, bit here, bit there, and it's interesting on what she's doing. But as I said, it doesn't grab me on a first listen. But I probably would listen to more of her stuff to see what else there is. Because as I said, there's enough intrigue in the components that she has.
yeah.
If you
So I
sort
mean,
of get it.
it really like. I guess as a sort of a counter point to that is it went the other way for me. Like, this is track one of the album as well, and it absolutely grabbed me. Like, I went into there with, I guess, no expectations or not really, kind of any thought or concept, and yeah, it grabs me from moment one, and I think so that quirkiness, that
It's very
you're so
seaside.
you're semi in, yeah, you're semi in, like, as you say, the indie world, but there's folky elements to it as well, and yeah, like, I think you're right, there's kind of some there's sounds that kind of invoke I'm not gonna say sea shanties, but like that kind of elements to it, but also like when you say seaside, things like elements that you'd hear like music in a fair, but not necessarily a full horror movie fair, but there's some disconcerting elements to that. And of course, then you've got the way that parts of the vocals are delivered that I think have quite an ethereal kind of ghostly tone to it, whilst at the same time it not being all that. You know, like a lot of it is her delivering the song to you, and partially, I guess what's quite hard for me is to, like, when I talk about it now is, I said it's an album I love, so I know kind of where the album goes and what the album does. So partially, sometimes you could get a bit caught up with filling in the blanks of probably where a lot of the theme is. But I mean, the album's called "Let England Shake," and it really does. I mean, certainly how it resonates with me as a song, but partially maybe the whole album is this kind of discussion about England, but not necessarily quite as politically led as, and there's elements of that come in later in the album, but more of a, I don't know, like a sort of a sadder toned, almost like a melancholy kind of poem
Mm.
to what England is to her at that time, and possibly from before and everything. But yeah, I just found it hugely intriguing and compelling. Like I, I wanted to listen to her straight away. I wanted to listen to this song straight away again. Probably the truth is I want to listen to the album and then just go through the album. But I mean, I kind of have it somewhere in my top 20 albums of all time. For enjoyment for me is kind of the criteria for it. And but yeah, I mean, I guess that's just to give context of what it did for me.
Yeah.
So I am quite far in the other direction. But yeah, I think I found every single element of it at the very least interesting, and wanting me to hear more of this person that I previously rejected just because my brother bought an album of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I said, it's one of those that there's enough intrigue there for me to carry on and sort of try other bits.
Yeah.
But as I
I'd
said, it
certainly
just doesn't jump out on a first listen, make me, as I said, go either way. Which
I'd
you know,
certainly
is a good thing.
recommend to you to give the album a go. Like, if you didn't like reject it, like, you know, if it's sort of like, oh, that's horrible. I think you know, we like a good album chat on here, and it's one of those ones where when I say it's like in my top 20 albums, I think one of the things that I really like about it is it's an album. Like, when I finish the whole thing, I go, yes, you wrote this. And I believe she sort of spent 2.5 years sort of working very specifically on this as an album. So not 2.5 years writing a song, but as an album, as a concept, and spent a lot of time, I don't know, like wrapping herself up in a lot of English poets and filmmakers and things like that to try and, I don't know, draw inspiration in. And I feel like, yeah, when it comes together as a whole creative piece, it does something great for me, and a bit of that kind of great artistic endeavor for me, and delivers musically for me as well. Although I've meandered off, we're doing a bloody song and it is me talking about the album, but yeah, I'd heartily recommend giving the album a go.
So, as always, don't know. Let us know what you think. YouTube your things, like, subscribe, and ring off the bell.
And I'd just like to point out that I didn't bring a hip hop song, and because I do, like, as I've said before, haven't I? I love some hip hop, but do love loads and loads of music. But I find that when we do the bits of like let's bring something, quite often I lean into that because I'm just like, oh, we probably should get some hip hop on the channel. But this sort of stuff is also has my heart. The quirkier it is, the probably more it has my heart.
So, until next time, good day.